Hey guys, welcome back to Catnaps and Cognac. This is episode 37. I'm Ariel, one of the co-hosts. And in this episode, we talked about some of our favorite things, such as these web series that we have just started to watch on YouTube. And YouTube, I am such an advocate for because they show us so many things, stupid shit, dumb shit, which is worse than stupid shit, how-tos, and web series. So it's like, what more can you love? And we also get into gossip. I know you guys gossip. Don't act like you don't do it. So we're going to talk about the goods about it, of gossip. And of course, the bad a little bit. And what happened when Didi and I got caught talking gossip. You don't want to miss that story. And we got into being an introvert and an extrovert and how it affects us in church, which is something you probably wouldn't think about. Maybe you wouldn't think about that if you were an extrovert, but Didi and I are both introverts, which you guys might not believe, but we are. So we wanted to just give you a little bit of insight of how we feel when interacting with other people who are constantly out there. Because sometimes it can feel a little weird, or actually it can feel a lot of bit weird. So we wanted to let you guys know the differences of being an introvert and an extrovert, and how to just deal with us, and how to deal with extroverts too. So let's get into episode 37. Hope you guys like it.
Hey everybody!
Hi.
It's us,
Ariel.
and Didi, the hosts of Catnaps and Cognac.
And this is episode 37.
37.
Coming at you.
Cleopatra, coming at ya.
I just love saying coming at you, so one of us can say Cleopatra.
Coming at ya. That's great.
Not one song.
Not one song. Speaking of one-hit wonders, I asked on Twitter the other day what people's favorite one-hit wonders were, and it was sparked because some girl tweeted, somebody that I follow, she tweeted, for some reason a Blue Cantrell song is stuck in my head, and I was like, there's more than one. The only one I know is Oops,
yeah,
or whatever, Hit 'em Up Style. And then I went on to ask people who their favorite one-hit wonders were. My favorite one-hit wonder is Mark Morrison. Return of the Mac, Ariel!
Oh, this is such a hard question because I feel like I love so many one-hit wonders. Sheesh.
Yeah, it's hard, right?
It is hard. Like, what would I choose for a one-hit wonder? Maybe My Boo.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. That was Ghost Town DJs, I think?
Yes, Ghost Town DJs.
Who else do I love for a one-hit wonder? I can't even think.
Somebody said it's the group of guys, in essence, that sing, "You will never find another lover like me."
Oh my gosh!
That's a good one. Right? Yeah, that is a good one.
I love that song.
Yeah,
they would play that on the radio all the time.
I loved it, and I was like, that is a good one. That's a good one.
It is a great one-hit wonder.
David?
He's not a one-hit wonder.
Somebody said that. I guess they only know him as a one-hit wonder in the United States. In Europe, he's big.
He had a few songs over here, though.
Did?
Yeah. He had, Friday.
I guess that's the one song
that was
they
the
knew.
one song. And he had, What's Your Flavor?
Yes.
And he had another one. Yeah, he had a few hits. Yeah.
And then there was another one.
It was slow. I'm walking away.
Another person with a C in their name. I can't remember, but Jimmy Cozier.
Oh,
one hit wonder. Somebody said him. Let's see. There weren't too many female one hit wonders that they brought up.
You know what's a guilty pleasure one hit wonder? I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a mother.
I'm a saint. I cannot be afraid. I love that song.
This is a good question. I feel like we should revisit this.
We should, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, Mark Morrison for sure is mine. Return of the Mac will forever and always be the jam. I don't care what anybody says. It will forever be the jam. Turn it up. What? Mark, stop playing like a big gray cat. I don't know if that's what she says, but she says something.
I'm Too Sexy is another fun
Oh,
one.
yeah. Right Said Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. That's a good
Was
one.
CNC Music Factory a one-hit wonder?
No, they had a couple of hits.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a couple of hits.
All right. I can dig it.
Yeah. I would say Ace of Base too, but Ace of Base had a couple of hits.
Yeah, they definitely did.
But I love them. They were just that. They were a 1 year hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like
that year.
They were like the best of the 90s.
Yeah.
Some of the best of the
And they
90s.
disappeared. You know they didn't speak English?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. What?
One of my favorite ones is the Cardigans. Loving me, loving me. Yeah.
I love them. They have this one song called Happy Meal, number 2. It's my favorite song.
What is that?
I don't know.
I need to listen to it.
Yeah, I love that song. How does the chorus go? I can't remember right now, but I really do love the song. And take a bath with bubbles. Oh yeah. Eager for the meeting, the dinner we'll be eating, wine we'll be drinking, and kinky thoughts I'm thinking, all because of you. Part of it. Thank you. I remember.
You know what? I think tomorrow when I'm at work, I'm just going to have like a 90s jam out session.
Songs.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Songs
that has definitely introduced me to so much new music.
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
like this past week.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What station were you listening to?
I was I was watching YouTube because that's like my new hobby now. I was watching YouTube videos every single day of my life. They had used this music from this one group, I'm assuming it's a group called Neon Indians. And then I searched them on Songza, and they have their own playlist.
Wow.
Yeah, and then in their playlist was a whole bunch of other people that I never heard of. And what I do when I listen to Songza, besides giving thumbs up and stuff, if I really like it, I normally take a screenshot of it so I can look it up later.
Right.
And get their music afterwards. And I can't remember the name of it. There's one called like Toro E something. It's Spanish, but the group name is Spanish, but they're not Spanish.
Right.
But it's just a whole bunch. I'm like into like indie electronica stuff.
I like that stuff too. I like indie.
It's really fun to listen.
Music.
Yeah, it's really fun to listen to, especially like at work. It'll like you can dance to it and pay attention, but still get caught up on your work, which is good.
Yeah, and I just read something on NPR today where they were talking about a study that when you listen to music while you work, you're able to focus better.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say so.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking of YouTube,
yes,
which is a great segue into what we want to get into with you guys. So, how did we get on the subject of this? What made us search these web series? I remember on NPR they were talking about Anacostia.
Right.
That's right. And Anacostia is like this black web soap opera. And the episodes are about 21 to 30 minutes, and it's on YouTube, and it's set in a city called Anacostia, which is in DC, which is a semi-affluent area for African Americans to live, and it's pretty historic. It's a pretty historic city, and so we were talking about it and how anybody who I know who's watched it always raves about Anacostia. And so we had decided, Ari and I were talking, we were going to watch it over the weekend. But bummer, seasons 1 and 2 aren't on YouTube anymore.
Right, gotta catch it on Vimeo.
Yeah, we gotta catch it on Vimeo, because when I searched it was on Vimeo. But that led us to go and search to find other web series.
Yes. And one that we loved was Rumi Lovers Friends, and it is an Issa Rae production of Awkward Black Girl fame, and it's about these two roommates, male and female, who live together, and one night they have sex. And yeah, everything gets awkward after that for her. And then they continue to have sex. But the guy has an ex that he's still messing around with.
Right.
And it's like, whew, hilarity and awkwardness and ensues.
Yes. And it's messy, y'all.
So messy.
It is so messy. Especially season 2.
First of all, shout out to Andra Fuller,
Oh
because he's
my
the actor in Who
God.
Plays Jay. He is fine.
Oh.
Like, in every sense
He
of
is
the word.
just, woo, child. Wine fine, okay?
Brown skin with a beard.
Oh my God. He has like perfect lips, perfect teeth.
Perfect body.
Oh my God. Like, he's just,
We're lusting.
totally.
We're lusting.
Totally.
Whew.
Totally lusting. And actually, the acting was phenomenal. It was really good acting.
It was really good.
For a web series. I mean, not that I've watched that many web series, but I wasn't expecting spectacular acting. Considering, like, even when you watch soap operas on TV, the acting is so cheesy. But this felt real, especially when they would, like, get into it. Like, when they would have arguments, it felt like, whoa. Like,
oh my gosh.
super, super real. And just Andra Fuller, hello. Okay?
Hello.
How you doing? Because you are fine.
I'm voicing Charlie Wilson. Just change it to the
yeah.
Hey there, how you doing? This is Ariel.
From Catnuts and Cone.
Right. I tweeted him. Said he was fine. He searched his name. Amber AV also watched it, and was it a cock block?
Yeah, she tried it. She tried it.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she loved it with her whole heart.
Entire heart.
And then he was like, "Your entire heart, though."
Yeah.
He retweeted it.
Don't cock block me, sis.
Yikes.
Don't cock block me.
Eekaroo.
Because you could have did your own tweet. FYI. Back off my man.
Whoa.
Don't mess with my man. I'm gonna be the one to make it to the end.
All right, Nivea.
Not feeling it.
He's like. Anyway, we gotta stop listening to him because, like, no, he's like the kind of fine that you haven't seen in a very long time, or like in person. Like, it's just like the kind of fine that makes you stop. Like, wow.
And if he's that fine on the computer screen,
Oh,
or you watch it on the TV,
yes.
on the Wii.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, I can only imagine what he looks like in person.
Yes. Ooh. You know what?
And the bad part was like the other dudes in the shows,
They paled in comparison.
Didn't even compare. Like,
No
you
way.
guys weren't even in the same realm.
No, not at all.
Sorry.
Not at all. You know what? And I mean, he's an alpha, so I'm sure that we could find him through the Greek network. Somebody knows him. Somebody knows him.
Somebody.
The Greek network is so small. I know somebody who knows somebody who
Very
knows him.
small.
So we gonna find him.
And he's from Houston, Texas, so I'm sure it's even smaller.
Yes.
Over there.
Black Greeks unite.
Can you tell we wikied him?
We did. We wikied him. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
IMDb.
Yeah. And
It was
wiki him too.
It was
Yeah.
IMDb.
And then he has a wiki page.
He does?
Yeah, he has a wiki page.
I'll check him
Mhm.
out. I thought you didn't.
Yeah, that's how I found out that he was on that on that other show that got canceled. Poor thing. But he's a very good actor.
Yeah.
And the other people on the show were pretty good actresses. The only thing I will say, well, I don't want to give it away for you guys, but there was one element that was put into the show, her sister, and I didn't get why she was, what her purpose was.
I didn't get it either.
Hopefully we'll,
Should be revisited?
Yeah,
So
hopefully.
it's not like weird?
Yeah, because I just didn't get it. Like, she was there and whatever. And the thing is with these web series is they do, like, they get funding from the viewers.
Yeah,
So
they
they
can get
Yeah, they can get funding from the viewers. Right.
They
so,
won't.
Right. And so they had for season 2, it like stopped at, it had a mid-season finale, and they were asking, people who watch the show to donate to their Indiegogo campaign, and they
raised the money.
They raised the money, so hopefully we'll be seeing some new episodes soon.
Yeah. How did you feel about his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend?
She was so whack.
So whack.
She was so whack and raggedy, like, ugh, get out of here.
We don't want any, to do any spoiler alerts, but
yeah, she's whack.
she's whack.
She's whack. Over her.
Completely over her.
So
she
over her.
she was so like, oh, can I come in? Can we talk?
She was really intrusive.
Very intrusive.
You stay in your lane, bruh.
What are you doing?
You gotta relax.
Do we need to do all this?
Right.
Like, just, oh, okay, knocking on the door. She would come in the room, come in the house unannounced. Or just open the damn door.
Ma'am, who invited, hello? No, that's not how it works.
No.
But definitely check it out, and I will say that it is ADD/ADHD approved because the episodes are only like 7 minutes long. So
just about, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you'll get a nice season finale, which is 15 minutes. Ooh la la!
And give it. We're gonna give a shout out to the theme song.
Oh yeah,
because it is scat worthy.
Yes,
we don't know the words. We just
don't
scat them.
We just scat them. Something about
snotty. It's an awful theme song.
Yeah, we hate it.
We hate it.
We do hate the theme song because it gives like this fake Love Jones-ish type feel.
And the show is nothing
and
like
the show's
that.
Nothing like that. There's nothing about poetry or being, super uplifted or whatever.
I, for the record, have fallen asleep on Love Jones. I don't like the movie. I think it's boring. Sorry.
Well,
you can take out my black card. I don't care.
Yeah. Whatever. I saw it once and I didn't see the big deal, and it's like this black cult classic, and I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I'm not really into poetry though, so
understandable.
Yeah, so maybe that's the reason why.
I'm cool with like a scene or two. About
yeah. I'm just not that existential.
Yeah.
So
alright.
It just doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah, snap it up. Blows Raz. Yes. So then we moved on. Yeah, we watched another one. I mean, we definitely indulged because they're 7 minutes long.
Right.
And
it was like it was marathoning web series.
Right. But it really took like an hour for each series.
Yeah.
Because each episode was like 7 minutes long, and there were about 9 episodes in the first season and 5 in the second. So it really only took like an hour and a half to do.
What was the next one?
The next one was Lennox Ave. Lennox Ave, that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. And this one also has a theme song that we liked to make fun of.
Yeah.
Lennox Avenue.
It takes place in Harlem
on
Lennox Avenue.
Right. And so basically it's about these 3 guys and their ups and downs in their relationships. And this one actually had a little bit of nudity in it.
A little bit of nudity.
I was shocked.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Right, and they were showing breasts.
Titties.
Like, what's going on?
Like full titties.
Yeah, it was, and there's like a little disclaimer where they say it's gonna get risque. Make sure your boss isn't watching. So don't be watching Lennox Ave at work.
It's what they call it, NSFW.
Yeah, not safe for work. Definitely not. And I mean, there's a lot of sexy time going on.
From the first scene.
The first scene.
They was helping each other.
Whoa. Like, it was, definitely not safe for work. But it is a good show.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as good as
Definitely not.
Lover's Friends.
Definitely not.
But it was definitely worth a shot to watch.
Yeah, it was a little bit more primary, I would say, in comparison to Rooming Lover Friends as far as like the dialogue and the script. It seems very male-centered.
It does seem very male-centered. What it seems like for Roomy Lover's Friends is that it was very relatable.
Right.
And, like, the language that they used, it was, like, how anyone would talk. But
right.
I feel like, and it was a completely different atmosphere where
right.
it looked like it took place in L.A.
Right.
So, I feel like it had to be more laid back, whereas this one takes place in Harlem, and it's like, the affluence
hustle and bustle
of Harlem, and so, it's just a different type of feel. They have to, I don't want to say they have to be more, be smarter or whatever, but it's just, they were more tidy-tidy.
Yeah.
Or wasn't hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity, yeah, definitely. And I still don't know what the guys do. I don't know what any of their occupations are, but apparently they do big things that makes them a lot of money. Yeah. Whatever they do,
hedge funds.
Yeah,
investment banker.
Right. I don't know what the F is a hedge fund. Somebody please explain to me because I don't get it. I've Googled it, And I've tried to, hell yeah, I tried to Google it, and I was like, I don't get what you guys do. You guys just take people's money and then hold it and then give it back. What do you do with that? I don't get it. What is a hedge fund? I don't know. Anyway, but I think that's what they do. Yes, they have these imaginary jobs and they live in these fabulous apartments in Harlem.
Yeah, they have a couple like actors that we know.
Yeah, definitely.
One of them was one of the actors from the now canceled Southland. I forgot what the guy's name was, but he was Regina King's partner, if you guys ever watched that show. And he's been in like other stuff too, whatever his name is, sorry. And there was the other guy,
Al Thompson.
Yeah,
he's the guy who writes the show.
And then the other guy, the guy who plays the girl's dad.
Oh yeah, he played D from Daryl from King of Queens.
Yes,
he played the friend.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. I mean, the storylines are okay, but again, it's just like you said, it wasn't as relatable.
Right.
Yeah. The situations, mainly because I don't feel like I really know the characters. That's the problem.
Yeah. I feel like there's too many characters to know,
and we don't know them. And the episodes were so short that they didn't give you enough background.
Right.
To basically what you know is their names. Actually, I don't even know their names.
Sorry.
But that's all you know.
What I loved about Roomie Lovers Friends is that the way they ended each episode, they ended it on like a
cliffhanger each episode.
Every single time.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh my gosh, like quick, it's the next one.
You're enticed to watch the next one. Yeah. You know, they did that too on Lennox Ave. I would say that. They definitely, It's just, I haven't connected with them
right,
yet.
I didn't connect, and my senses weren't as heightened.
Right.
Where it was like on the other one,
yeah,
it was like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely. And then we watched another one.
This one we could all relate to.
Yeah.
No matter what you are.
Right.
Who you are.
So this one is called Unwritten Rules.
Yeah.
And it's basically following a girl who went to Brown University. She's African American.
Mm-hmm.
She went to Brown University, and then she applies to this job. I'm still not sure what she does.
She's a manager somewhere.
She's a manager. I don't know. Yeah, she's a manager of something. I don't know if it's at a magazine. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no.
They don't tell you. But she comes in, and she's hired to be a manager. But when she gets there, she gets this rude awakening. Basically, she was hired for affirmative action.
Yeah.
And so then she has to deal with all these white coworkers who are so inquisitive about her and her blackness.
Black.
Yes, everything black.
From the food that she eats.
Right.
And it's like, we definitely go through this where,
right.
You're cooking something and, oh, what's that?
What's that? What you got there?
It
smells so good.
Can I have some? And
No.
It's like, no.
You may not.
Get out of my plate. What? I'm not in your food.
Please get out of here. Or, she came in with her new braids, and, the coworkers were asking her all these questions about her hair. And then also, in that same token, she's also dealing with her African American coworkers that aren't on as high positions as she is. And she's trying to connect with them, but she can't relate with them either because she's quote unquote not black enough.
Yes.
So
she's on the 5th floor of the company.
Right.
They're like on the 1st floor.
They're on the 1st floor, and they play spades at lunch.
They were
dominoes.
So black.
They were too black.
Too black. Too strong.
Too strong. Oh, Twitter 2010. So it's really funny, and then she has to deal with it again with food, where she comes in with her hoity-toity food, and they're like, "What you eating?"
Yeah, she had salmon and asparagus,
and they just didn't understand. They didn't get it. So
she called her whack ass or whatever. Like, damn, you can say that right in front of my face,
right? And then they explain what whack is, but we're not going to spoil it for you guys. You guys get to watch the show. This one is really, really good.
It is good, and there's a lot of episodes too.
Lots of episodes.
2 seasons, but I think they had like 15, 16 episodes
in
all so far.
Right.
And I think that they just started the 2nd season, so it's continuing. Like, I think they just released the last episode last week.
Okay, great.
So it's really, really funny.
Yeah.
Really,
so
really
definitely
funny.
check out Unwritten Rules. It's kind of like Office Space meets some black movie that you guys like a lot.
Meets Undercover Brother.
Yes, because it's like, all the stuff that you're dealing with at the office, but also while being black.
Definitely. Like Girlfriends, but
yeah.
Yo, remember the boss from Girlfriends when Joan was still a lawyer?
Yes.
And he would always come down and he would like try and like get jiggy with them and shit, and you're like, no one's saying jiggy.
Get out of here.
What is going on?
Right. So definitely check out Unwritten Rules. And this one's a comedy. It's not like it's not a drama like When We Love Our Friends and Lennox Avenue.
It is cute because she has like her little one-on-one moments with the camera.
Right.
It's like in between the sessions. And in between the sessions though, it's like, man, she's trying to get like real, I guess, black in between, for lack of a better word.
Right. Like,
when she's describing things, it's like, that's not even you.
Exactly. So it's good. So definitely check out those 3 web series. Right now we're on, hiatus of good TV. So check these out.
Oh, before I mention what I watched, if you guys watch any web series, definitely let us know.
Yes.
Because I love them.
Me too.
I love watching web series, and we're always on the lookout for good ones. So if you know of any, definitely recommend them. Comment to us, email us at catnaps.andcognac@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at catnaps, the letter N, cognac. We would definitely love to hear which ones you guys are paying attention to.
Yes, definitely.
But speaking of fall TV real quick, I did catch that preview of the Mindy Project. I watched it yesterday.
Yeah?
It was good.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
It was really good.
I love the Mindy Project.
And James Franco is on.
Yes.
So,
yes.
It's so funny.
It's going to be really, really good.
I can't wait for this season.
Me too. I can't wait for fall TV to, finally start back up.
Me too.
Yeah. I've caught up on all my Netflix shows. All the series. The only one I didn't watch is Hemlock Grove, and that's because I feel like it's going to be scary. And I don't want to watch anything scary or creepy.
The only one show I have to, like, catch up on is Suits. I finished watching seasons 1 and 2. I know I have to start season 3.
Yeah.
On season 3.
I have to do that too.
So at least I'll be caught up for season 4.
Right. Oh, you know what I need to do actually? I need to finish The League. I need to finish season 4, which is now on Netflix. Season 4.
I think I caught all of those.
Yeah, so I have to finish watching those because The League is actually so funny.
It's hilarious.
Even if you don't, know anything about fantasy football or football at all, it's still hilarious.
Who was your favorite character?
It's between Taco and the character Nick Kroll plays.
I love Paul Shear.
I love him too. I thinks
I like Nick Kroll too.
Yeah.
But Paul Shear is mad funny because he is so oblivious.
He
to
really
everything.
is, and he thinks that he's so cool, and he's trying to be, and it's just so funny. I like them all really.
They are really
but
good.
Taco really just like how can you be so dense? It's impossible.
Remember when he got that stamp and he was like a notary?
Yes. Or that cocaine toilet seat. Oh my God, he was addicted to going to the bathroom.
He's crazy.
Yes.
That show is hilarious.
It's very funny. Hilariously written. I love it.
That one, and I guess they're making a new channel for FX. It's going to be on that one. It's Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, they're moving?
And it's moving to FXX.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so they can curse more and things like that, probably.
Possibly. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get it.
Yeah.
Because
I'm going to be mad.
channel.
Right. I'm going to be mad if we don't.
Otherwise, we'll just have to pirate it.
Hey.
Sorry.
It's your
Did
fault.
I say that? No.
Oops. You said what? I don't know what you're talking about. Moving on.
We'll take that as a confession.
Yeah. Who? What? Oh man. So, this past weekend I visited a new church.
Okay.
And I always have like a little bit of anxiety visiting new churches, only because the church is such an extrovert kind of community. They're always in your face, come to us, come gather, say hi to your neighbor. It's just like, I don't know that person. I don't want to talk to them. And the church service was good. The sermon was good. But, when I got there, they were doing the here's 4 minutes. 4 minutes is an eternity to start talking to people that you don't know. It's agonizing, especially if you're an introvert. And so, of course, they have these people all stationed around, who are volunteers at the church. No, I'm just standing there because I'm not talking to anybody I don't know. So this girl comes, she's like, hi! my name's whatever other
Let's call her Mandy.
Yeah, my name's Mandy. How are you? What's your name? And she's just like talking, and she's just like going on and on and on. And I'm just like, oh my God, please make her go away. I just don't want to talk to her. Like, I've you know what? I do like meeting new people. However, I'm at my quota right now. Somebody needs to drop off before another one could come in. I'm at my quota for new people. And so then she's like, yeah, and then we have a lunch after. You should come, and then we all talk, and we meet each other. And I'm just like, girl, what? No,
I just got here.
Right? Like, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Please chill. It's just so nerve wracking. You know, as an introvert, having to deal with new people. And then there was like even the way that extroverts are and how they're received by introverts. There was this one kid. They announced that they were opening up a campus in Sacramento or San Diego. And I don't know if the kid is from there, but he was extremely excited about this new campus opening. I mean, all these antics. He was like silently mouthing, "Oh my God, like what? Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!"
He was
oh my
Tebow.
Yo, he literally did the Tim Tebow, like got down on the ground, and I was just like, he's doing a lot. Like for me, as an introvert, if I was super excited about a church opening up, I'd do like a sign, like yay, little clap, and I'm done with it.
Yeah, clap.
Yeah, just clap. Yo, he was like doing backflips and roundhouse kicks. Like, you gotta calm down. Why are you so over the top and
overzealous?
Yes,
winding up.
Right. It makes me anxious. Stop moving. Just stand still. Have you had any experiences like that?
Yeah, actually at church. A couple weeks ago when I went to church, and I'm trying to meet more people at the church that I'm going to. I've been going about 3 months now, and I've never belonged to a church, or I've never read the Bible. I'm admitting this to you guys, like
confession
time.
You gotta let it go.
I'm trying to.
Right.
I'm trying to get more into it because I do want to learn more about it. So I went to one program that they had a few weeks ago, and there was tons of people there. So I met a few people, and there's one particular person I met her, and she is very, very nice. Like, everyone's nice,
right?
And it turns out she goes to my service. So after church a couple weeks ago, when the service was over, I had my bag to go, and she was like, "Oh, Ariel," and she remembered how to pronounce my name, so it was like, "Oh wow, cool." But she's like, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm great and everything. And she was like, oh, have you met everyone at the church? What do you mean everyone at the church?
Girl, no.
I'm like, yeah, like, no. I was like, I haven't really met that many people, but like, I'm looking around to show that I am uncomfortable.
Right.
A little bit. And she was like, come on. And she like grabs my arm, like, I'm going to take you around to meet some people. And then her mom was there, and she was Nigerian, and her mom was from, came to visit her and everything, and so, Mom, come on, and, next thing I know, we're taking pictures of people, and I'm meeting so many random people at once, and then she takes me to a couple other people, they're very nice, and I met them also, but then she's just like, all right, Mom, we're gonna leave now, and then, she just left us there.
And you're just standing there with people that you don't know.
I don't really know, and I'm just standing there, like, yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm gonna get out.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm gonna skedaddle. So,
right.
And boogied off.
Oh my God.
It was a literal boogie.
That is mortifying.
And then the only thing that I had in my mind was, first of all, I hope they have more brownies on the table outside. And number 2, I cannot wait to go home.
Right.
Because this was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's the church is definitely a place where it's definitely an extrovert community, to the point where they're like, we're looking for outgoing people to come up here and help us, and it's just like, even in that sense, even if you're a devoted Christian, but you're not an outgoing person, you're one of the people who's really quiet, and you're deterred from even going and want to help out at church because all they want are outgoing, super loud, boisterous people.
Yeah.
And you're just, you may not be that kind of person.
Not that kind of person.
And I'm definitely not either. I'm definitely not.
It's like we're only like that with people that we know.
Right.
Who we want to know. Even I could be around one person that I just don't particularly connect with, all the time. And I'm not going to be myself around that person.
Exactly.
Because I feel their vibe. They're making me tired. And that's the thing. Like, I get tired very easily just from being around certain people.
Right.
And it's like, so I know in my mind, okay, you're going to be around so-and-so. Mentally prepare for the best way that you can.
Right.
Or I have to physically distance myself away from that particular person or that situation so I don't feel tired or I don't feel drained.
Right.
Or I don't get upset.
Right.
Or I don't feel any kind of, I don't want to
tension
or anxiety.
Right.
All of that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Why do we do this, Didi?
Well, it's because we're introverts.
Okay. She broke it down. That's it. It's not a big deal, you guys.
That's the thing. We're introverts, and and having to deal with someone who has so much energy and does so much, it exhausts us because we have to deal with it because that's not how we are personally. And we found an article by the Creative Brain Trust, and it was presented by the Fast Company, and it's the guide to understanding the introverted. And basically, they want to help you understand how to deal with introverted people.
I think that they explained it perfectly.
Yes, they definitely did, even with the illustrations and all that other stuff. Look at this introvert with the bucket.
Yeah.
So extroverted people, they gather, and their energy is from their surroundings. That's where they get their energy from. Mm-hmm. They absorb the good vibes of the people around them, and they need a lot of social interaction. That's what recharges them. When it comes to introverted people, we make our own energy. Since I am an introvert, I'm gonna say we. Rather than taking it from others, we give it on social contact. This means that we naturally find the most interaction exhausting and need time to recharge. So that's why you feel tired whenever you're around somebody who's like all over the place, all out. It's just like, girl, you gotta calm down. Because I'm tired looking at you. You make me tired. And so because this energy is a limited resource, we see extroverts as obnoxious predators. I will say that, yes. Out to steal our sweet, sweet energy juices. Look at the introvert trying to...
The funny thing about this is that they put the introvert in, like, literally a bubble.
A bubble,
so, like,
right.
That is our force field.
Exactly.
We don't want you to really come
in it.
Come inside the bubble.
Unless we invite you.
Right.
Don't just try to come in. And so, like, this introvert is like, he looks like a little kid that's trying to just, like, reach in and get that gumball out of the machine. Excuse me, the extrovert is trying to get that gumball, which is the introvert's energy, out, and is, like, reaching, like, come out! And so that's why we have, this ball of personal space, kind of like a hamster, where we're just in our own little ball. And this is how, they say, there's different ways for you, or they're teaching us ways on how to interact with people who are introverted. Just because someone's introverted doesn't mean that they don't like company. Interaction is just expensive, and they don't want to spend it on something annoying, wasteful. So here's what you do. You say hello and be polite and relaxed and show that you recognize and approve of their presence. It is important for introverts to feel welcome. They won't spend their precious energy on someone who doesn't want them around.
Right.
That is so true.
It's so true and so important to know if you're an extrovert. It's just like, if we read that, like, you're not really feeling us, we're just not going to be around you.
Exactly.
And that's that.
And I'm out here.
And it's like, it's no skin off our back.
Right.
And
exactly.
Like that. It's just you do you and I'll do me.
Exactly. So if you have any interesting or important news to mention, mention it, but don't press for gossip. And that is a good. We're gonna get into that later. We're gonna get into this, and which is really good. It makes sense now, because we talked about gossip a little bit before. Then you just go back to whatever you're doing. Then now we know that you're ready for a friendly interaction. But don't push them into spending energy if they don't need to. If they have no need to, don't push us to, like, okay, well, come on, why don't you go out? I'm chilling right now. Please don't persuade me to do anything that I don't want to do. I don't want to do it. Yes, and that's all there is to it.
And we'll invite you into the
Bubble, exactly.
when we're comfortable.
Right, exactly.
And chances are you won't want to leave.
Right. So, in all of that, remember to respect their personal space. Their energy is limited. Don't demand to have energy spent on you when it's not particularly needed. Don't take silence as an insult because it isn't. And introverts do get lonely too.
We do.
Yeah.
I definitely do get lonely.
Yeah, I get lonely.
A little
Only
bit.
because people, they assume that I don't want to be around them, and that's not necessarily the case. It's just that I am pretty reserved with people that I don't know.
Right, and introverts might think that about other introverts
True,
as well.
true.
Because we know how it is.
Right. And the other day, matter of fact, I don't know what prompted me to tweet this, but I was like, I'm pretty boring. But I'm boring when it comes to people that I don't, that don't know me, or rather, if I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be boring. I'm not going to be, talkative. I'm not going to be, all over the place with you. I mean, as soon as you get to know me and I open up, I think I'm a barrel of laughs. I'd like to say so.
I would agree.
Thank you very much. And I would say the same about you. So, okay, do we want to talk a little bit about the extroverts?
I mean, we might as well talk a little bit about the extroverts.
I
We can't leave them out.
Yeah, we can't leave them out. Even though I don't like you guys very much. No, I'm just kidding. I just got to know when you're going to be around and prepare myself.
Yes, we need to mentally prepare.
Yeah, I need to mentally prepare.
That's all that we ask, because we're going to need time to recoup.
Right. Definitely.
You just don't know. You just don't know.
You just don't know. Oh, gosh. Anywho, so we found a site that had, these 10 tips. Oh, there's also ambiverts.
You know what? We're not even going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about them. Ambiverts are the people who are in the middle, because you guys are just boring. You guys are super boring. I'd rather an extrovert than an ambivert. What are you here for? What's your purpose? So we found this website that gives you 10 quick tips to better care for an extrovert and 10 quick tips to better care for introverts. So I guess since we talked about introverts a little bit, let's talk about the extroverts. So for extroverts, number 1 is to respect their independence. Mm-hmm. Number 2, compliment them in the company of others. Number 3, accept and encourage their enthusiasm. 4, allow them to explore and talk things out. 5, thoughtfully surprise them. 6, understand when they are busy. 7, let them dive right in. 8, offer them options. 9, make physical and verbal gestures of affection. Now that makes sense why that guy was so excited and all over the place when they... Oh my gosh. And number 10 is to let them shine.
Okay. We're going to let that marinate. Is marinating done?
I'm done.
Y'all seem like a handful.
Really? That's a lot for me to do.
A lot. I feel like this is tender, loving care for a toddler.
My God.
No offense.
I'm tired just reading that.
So tired. It's like I have to cater to your needs. All of them. All of them.
Tina grown.
Oh
my God.
You want me to do all of that just to make you feel better? First of all, y'all want attention, but y'all want to be independent.
Right.
Y'all want us to compliment you, just like every aspect. You want us to give you gifts. What else?
You gotta let them shine.
You gotta let them shine.
What?
Come on.
You are gonna shine because I'm not gonna be saying nothing around you. I'm not.
I'm gonna be in the next room.
Right.
Let me know when you're done
shining. Shine bright like a diamond, okay?
Please.
I'm gonna go put my shades on.
The damn word. Oh my gosh. This is why me and Didi are friends.
Exactly. The 2 introverts that hate everybody else.
And we don't hate everybody else.
We really don't.
Both my parents are extroverts.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I have to tell my mom sometimes that she's making me tired.
My mom's an extrovert. My dad's an introvert. And I like that.
My dad loves to be around other people. And he's always around someone, always.
Oh my God!
Like normally,
right?
Like he could be by himself, but the next minute someone's coming to visit him, and it's like, and then he's like, oh, I'm going with my buddies. And it's
Charlie's here, gotta go.
His best friend is Charlie.
See,
Uncle Charlie.
I knew it.
So to grow up with, at least my mom being an extrovert, she wanted to push me to become one. It's just like, I don't want to do that. Even like since like I love my mom. I love you, Mom. If you're listening to this, even though you're not. When I talk to her on the phone sometimes, I'll be like, okay, all right, Ma, you have reached your quota for the next couple of days. I'm going to talk to you later. And why? You're making me tired. I'm tired now. I'm tired. And that's it. That's all I can say.
Right. Yeah, my mom's definitely an extrovert. But I guess but I've always communicated to Mom, I don't want to talk to anybody. Like, I would just tell her, don't, she's like, oh, it's so-and-so's on the phone, come talk to them. No, don't, I don't.
My mom does that too.
So, like, finally one day I was like, Mom, I don't like when you do that. I don't want to talk to those people. I don't care. And she's like, oh my God, like, she looked at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm just like, I just like to be alone. Just leave me alone. So now, if whenever I'm home and somebody comes to visit, she doesn't even bother me. Like, I'll come out when I want to come out. And if I don't want to come out, I won't come out. I'll stay right in my room until that person leaves. Because I just don't want to be bothered with new people.
I remember one time my aunt, she came to visit from Georgia. And she moved down south when I was like 6. So I never really knew her. And so this is when I was like 15 or 16 when she came back up. And so it was my first time like ever really being around her. And she stayed with us. And I remember it was her, my mom, my grandma. They were all in like the family room and they were talking. And I guess I finally came downstairs and I was like, hey, what's going on or whatever. And then she was like, you're a hermit. And I was like, excuse me? She was like, you just stay holed up in your room. And I was like, I like my room. Like, everything is in there.
Right.
I'm like, I have TV, video games, music, like, what, books, like, what.
The computer, what do I need to go for?
What did I want it to be room for? And she was like, sometimes you just have to interact with your family and everything. I was like, you kind of haven't been around. Like, I don't really know you. I was like, I'm kind of shy. And she was like, you're not shy. And I was like, yes, I am. And she was like, no, you're not shy. You're just a hermit. But, like, looking back, thinking back on that now, especially with reading all this stuff on introvert for the past few weeks, it's like, oh, she was probably saying that I'm just an introvert, because I don't feel like I am shy.
Right.
But I definitely am an introvert, and I remember at that time, like, I stayed down there for a little bit, and then, like, once they started talking, I kind of, like, slipped away when they didn't see.
Right.
And it's just, like, it makes sense.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. A lot of people will think, which is good, we can lead right into the myths about introverts, will think that being shy means that you're an introvert. Mm-hmm. And that's not necessarily true, because there are shy extroverts. Mm-hmm. They're mutually exclusive. Just because you're an introvert doesn't mean that you're shy. What it means is that you're just a little reserved and you like to, analyze your surroundings first before you act and do anything.
Right. That's exactly right.
So here we're going to go through a couple, there's 10 myths about introverts, and then we can do the myths about extroverts.
Okay.
The myth number 1 is that introverts don't like to talk, which is obviously not true, because Ari and I can talk our heads off if we'd like to. We have a podcast, damn it. So introverts just don't talk unless they have something to say. They don't like small talk, and you can get an introvert talking about something they're interested in, and they won't shut up for days.
It's true.
Which is very true. Definitely true. Introverts are shy. That's myth number 2. Shyness has nothing to do with being an introvert. Introverts are not necessarily afraid of people. What they need is a reason to interact. They don't interact for the sake of interacting. If you want to talk to an introvert, just start talking. Don't worry about being polite. And that's definitely true. If you have something to say, however, don't be all loud and in my face. Just come to me, hey, so blah, 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 blah. And then I'll respond to you. And if I don't take it as me being rude. Just take it as me, I'm just being a little cautious, not shy. Here we go. Myth number 3, introverts are rude. Introverts often don't see a reason for beating around the bush with social pleasantries. They want everyone just to be real and honest. There you go. Unfortunately, this is not acceptable in most settings, so introverts can feel a lot of pressure to fit in, which they find exhausting.
Yes.
Extroverts.
Can I tell you, this is like a big problem of mine. I don't want to say I'm not a fan of it. I just don't say good morning like that, like really. Unless someone says good morning to me.
Right.
If it's morning time or whatever, I just tend to just be like, just ask my question without like any type of salutation or whatever.
Right.
And it's funny, like where I work now, everyone pretty much says good morning to each other, like when they come in. And I try to say good morning. Like, I guess I'll just say it to the people that are in my pod, because I just don't feel the need to say good morning to every single person.
Right.
When I come, I don't know, it's weird, but I just, like, in the morning time, like, walking by, like, good morning, just I don't know.
Leave me alone.
And I feel bad, because I feel like a crab. But
right.
It's like, I really can't bring it out of me to just be like,
good morning.
Right.
Look, I got something to say. I don't have time for all these pleasantries.
No time.
Which is funny. That leads us to myth number 4. Introverts don't like people. Well, I will gladly say that I don't like people. That's not a myth for me. I don't like people.
Shut up.
On the contrary, introverts intensely value the few friends they have. They can count their close friends on one hand. If you are lucky enough for an introvert to consider you a friend, you probably have a loyal ally for life. Once you have earned their respect and as being a person of substance, you're in, which is definitely true. I remember we were talking about, level 1 or stage 1 friendships, and then, stage 5 friendships. I definitely don't have that many people who get to level 5. That doesn't happen a lot. I'll keep you at level 2, and those interactions between us will be minimal. And level 2 is usually for my coworkers. It's just like, hey, hi, bye. Look, I need you to give me the support, and that's it. Maybe we'll hang out socially every now and then, but other than that, that is it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you my deepest, darkest secrets. I'm not sharing my medical, nothing. You don't know nothing about me. What'd you do this weekend? I had fun. That's what I did. Like, stop, don't, leave me alone. But when I do have those level 5 friendships, they're long lasting. They're meaningful to me. Mm-hmm. They're the people that that's my chosen family.
Yeah.
My chosen family is my level 5. Next is introverts don't like to go out in public. Nonsense.
Complete nonsense.
Nonsense. It's rubbish. Introverts just don't like to go out in public for as long. They also like to avoid the complications that are involved in public activities. They take in data and experiences very quickly, and as a result, don't need to be there for long to get it. They're ready to go home, recharge, and process it all. In fact, recharging is absolutely crucial for introverts.
And we just don't like to be around a lot of people. Like,
right.
If it's in a crowd, especially if it's in a crowd, like, the first thing that we do is, like, look for the exit.
Yes,
like,
where
can we leave?
And where's the corner that I can go to where not that many people are going to bother me?
Especially the corner. It's like, oh, there's not many people over here.
Let's go there. Exactly. Let's go where there's not a lot of people. And again, and this is not a crack on extroverts, but I think that they're right where it says that we don't need to be in public for long because we absorb the ambiance, the place very quickly, and so we don't need to be there as long. The thing is, extroverts are always so, being social and being, whatever, and talking and being loud. Mm-hmm. Sorry, but they don't have time to absorb what's actually going on around them, and so that's why they need to be there for longer because they're not absorbing their surroundings.
Yeah, and also we want to get out so we can go to the next place.
Exactly.
And enjoy that.
And get some more experiences. We, again, like we said earlier, introverts charge from within. We don't need the outside people to recharge. And so, of course, that's why an extrovert will be there for a very long time because there's a lot of people, there's stuff going on. That's where they get their energy, not so much for introverts. And which leads us to myth number 6. Introverts always want to be alone. Introverts are perfectly comfortable in their own thoughts. They think a lot. They daydream. They like to have problems to work on, puzzles to solve. I love me a good puzzle. Sudoku. Actually, I was going to ask somebody on Twitter today. I was going to tweet, can somebody buy me a Sudoku puzzle for my birthday? The book. That's all I want. But they can also get incredibly lonely if they don't have anyone to share their discoveries with. And that's very true. They crave an authentic and sincere connection with one person at a time. Yeah, it's hard for me to have a lot of friends because I feel like I'm being worn thin. And that's why I said I'm at my quota for new people because I can't focus.
It can definitely feel like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I can't, and that's the thing. Again, with my level 5 friendships, I put my all into them, and I can't have that many people to put my all in. I only have so much.
And you know what? Sometimes it's just easier to spend time with one friend versus
Definitely.
more than one friend.
Right.
And it's not that, like, you don't want to spend time with all of them, because I would love to spend time with all of my friends.
Right.
But it's just, like, for my sake, I just can't.
I can't.
I just literally cannot.
Right.
And I feel like everyone deserves just sometimes individual attention. Just like you can't bring this one person might not fit in with or not mesh well with
Right.
the other person.
Right.
And it's just sometimes you just only want to spend time with that one
Exactly.
person. And it should be fine. This is because then next time your time is going to come.
Exactly. And those forced situations make us very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Especially if it's just unplanned too.
Right. It's like, oh, well, who invited you? Ugh. And I'll ask. Shoot.
Dang.
Why is she here? Oh, okay. Introverts are weird. Introverts are often...
I would agree.
That's fine. I'll take it. That's fine. I'm weird. I like it. I like being weird. Introverts are often individualists. They don't follow the crowd. They prefer to be valued for their novel ways of living. They think for themselves, and because of that, they often challenge the norm. They don't make most decisions based on what is popular or trendy. You right. And that's right. Introverts are aloof nerds. I'll take that too. I'll take it. Even though it's a myth, I'll take it. Introverts are people who primarily look inward, paying close attention to their thoughts and emotions. It's not that they are incapable of paying attention to what is going on around them. It's just that their inner world is much more stimulating and rewarding to them.
So true.
It's very true. I'm cool.
So true.
Yeah.
Like, what is up here?
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, shit. I could have movies playing up
Right.
here.
Exactly.
In my brain.
Right. And I'm in the middle of a room with, so many people, and I am in my... And it kind of sounds narcissistic and self-centered, but it really isn't. Like, my brain is really exciting.
It is exciting.
I'm sorry.
It's exciting to me.
Yes, it's exciting
and
to me.
that's all that matters.
Right. Myth number 9 is introverts don't know how to relax and have fun. Introverts typically relax at home or in nature, not in busy public places. Introverts are not thrill seekers and adrenaline junkies. If there's too much talking and noise going on, they shut down. Their brains are too sensitive to the neurotransmitter called dopamine. Introverts and extroverts have different dominant neural pathways. Just look it up, which is the typical thing for an introvert to tell you. Look it up, because I don't want to talk to you. So Google it yourself and leave me alone. But remember how I was saying how Freud says that it's really the inverse, like introverts are actually extroverts and extroverts are actually introverts. Mm-hmm. And look at that. Our introverts are more sensitive to dopamine because they have more, and that's why they've become introverts, to basically balance themselves out. Mm-hmm. And then extroverts basically don't produce enough dopamine, so they're trying to find as much dopamine as they can. Mm-hmm. And so that's why they're so outgoing and so, ambitious. Not to say that introverts aren't, but you know what I mean, in social settings, that's why they're like that, because they need to get it from outside. They need to get it externally, what we have internally.
I think this is definitely important for people to pay attention to what kind of people that you're dealing with,
right?
Especially like employers,
right,
or whatever, because we work in settings differently,
right?
The way that we come up with ideas is different,
right?
Just obviously it's the way that we interact is different than it would be an extrovert, but everything needs to be paid attention to. Like me personally, I know when I'm at work, I like to brainstorm with a small group, if we brainstorm, versus a big group of people.
Right.
And a lot of times, the way I think of ideas when I'm by myself walking down the street. It's literally when I'm walking down the street, and it's like, oh shoot, let me get this note real quick, or whatever. And it's like, then I get so excited in my mind, and I think about like everything that I could be doing,
right? And
then I have to like tell it to my boss, or just do it by myself. I don't really want to have like a confirmation or whatever, but it's just like that's what excites me versus the actual like
external excitement.
Or just like
the pat you on the back.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Right. But we have some myths about extroverts.
Wait, I got one more.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
One last myth. Myth number 10 is that introverts can fix themselves and become extroverts. We don't want that. A world without introverts would be a world with few scientists, musicians, artists, poets, filmmakers, doctors, mathematicians, writers, and philosophers. That being said, there are still plenty of techniques an extrovert can learn in order to interact with introverts. Yes, I reversed these two terms. The person reversed these two terms on purpose to show society how biased society is. Introverts cannot fix themselves and deserve respect for their natural temperament and contributions to the human race. In fact, this in one study, Silverman, 1986, showed that the percentage of introverts increases with IQ.
I think I heard of something like that where people who are introverts but know that like in certain settings they have to be more, I guess, outgoing and extrovert. Like,
right.
So they put on that show where they might seem like an extrovert.
Right.
However, they would still need to like leave the party early because they spent so much time trying to exert that energy.
Yeah. And now they're tired.
And now they're tired.
Right.
So like they still have that, okay, I'm going to the party, I'm going to be here for a half an hour, even if you drove an hour out of the way, and then you be that face for a little bit so at least everyone can see you that way, but then you still go home early to retreat and go back to
and recharge.
Doing what you got to do.
Definitely. Okay, so now let's move on to the myths of extroverts.
All right, number 1, extroverts like to talk and can't be silent.
I agree.
I would think that's true.
Yes.
They say extroverts are more comfortable to talk about their thoughts out loud, but they're not necessarily inconsiderate of other people's needs. They know when to be quiet, what to say, and when to listen in different situations. However, sometimes extroverts may appear to be talking too much, and that comes off as being arrogant. Number 2, extroverts need to be the center of attention. Extroverts are generally more outgoing, confident, and sociable, so they naturally draw more attention to themselves. However, they are not purposely trying to attract attention. They just want to connect more with others.
Because that's how they recharge. So, they need that.
Myth number 3, extroverts enjoy public speaking. Even though extroverts are perceived to be more confident and sociable, they have the same fear as anyone when speaking in public. They are sometimes afraid that they will not meet the expectation of their peers, and that's normal.
That is normal.
Number 4, extroverts love meeting people. Even though extroverts do get more energy being around others and enjoy connecting, they are also human. There are people they definitely do not want to meet, and they too have their own insecurities and want to be alone sometimes. Interacting excessively with others can also tire them out. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Number 5, extroverts don't want to be alone. Just because extroverts are perceived to enjoy being in the company of others and are usually seen with other people, there are times when extroverts need to be alone. Too much interactions and relationships can bring them drama, and they need to get away from that. That last line is a little funny to me.
Oh, that is funny.
But, whatever.
Okay.
Number 6, extroverts have a lot of energy. Extroverts may appear to have a lot of energy when around others, but when they are by themselves, they are just as drained as an introvert in a social situation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense because
that's where they get their energy
right.
from.
Again, they are just human too and run on the same amount of fuel. Number 7, extroverts don't need time to recharge energy. Even though extroverts may love communicating with people, they need a break too. Just because they can talk to people for long periods of time do not mean they are a machine. Number 8, extroverts are not shy. Extroverts may not get shy easily in social situations, but they can get shy too. If you put an extrovert in an environment they don't have much experience with, they can get shy as well.
Right, of course.
Number 9, extroverts don't have close friends, but a lot of acquaintances. Even though extroverts are more likely to participate in social events and make more acquaintances, they too have close friends, of course. And myth number 10, extroverts don't care what others think. Even though extroverts may appear more confident in social situations, they are still sensitive to the opinions and criticisms of others. I would feel like extroverts might be more... introverts, first of all, are definitely critical.
Right.
And from what I've read, it seems that if something wrong happens, like let's say I was supposed to meet you somewhere and I completely forgot and didn't show up. And you say, everything is okay. That is going to harp on me. I'm going to feel really guilty.
Right.
We feel guilt a lot.
Right, definitely.
A lot more. But I do feel like extroverts are probably more sensitive
to criticism.
Yeah.
Definitely. And we can go back. There was the 10 tips. There are 10 tips to better... Actually, there's 12 for introverts. Excuse us. On how to care for introverts. And... Number 1 was respect their need for privacy. Number 2, never embarrass them in public.
Don't do it.
Don't do that. 3, let them observe first in new situations. Number 4, give them time to think. Don't demand instant answers. Don't interrupt them. That's number 5. Don't do that. Number 6, give them advance notice of expected changes in their lives.
Please.
Oh my God.
Please.
You do not understand how, like, last minute changes gives me anxiety. Like, it gives me major anxiety.
It makes me not want to do anything.
Yeah,
at
it
all.
really does. It's just like, forget it. I don't want to do it anymore at all, because this is, I mean, I think I perform well under pressure. However, I don't like to have to perform under pressure. So don't put me in that situation. Right. Number 7, give them 15-minute warnings to finish whatever they are doing. Number 8, reprimand them privately. Don't go out and do it like, holla at me across the room or on the street. Don't do that, because I'm not gonna respond to that. I don't respond to that. Number 9, teach them new skills privately. That's another thing. I don't want you to make me look like an idiot in front of people.
Right.
I don't like that. Don't do that. 10, enable them to find one best friend who has similar interests and abilities. Definitely. 11, don't push them to make lots of friends. Number 12, respect their introversion. Don't try to remake them into extroverts.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Yes.
Going back to what you said about like give them 15 minutes to finish, it just made me think. I used to work at a library, and I would have to like put away books and stuff like that. And I remember one time the library director, she was moving into another office, but in that space we kept all like these old books that we were going to give away to like some charity or something like that. So she asked me to help her clean her back office, which is cool. I didn't mind, because I was always away from everybody and I got to move at my own pace.
Right.
And I remember one time she came back and she was like, "Oh, can you help out at the front desk because so and so had to leave or something like that. So we're kind of can you come up because so and so was about to leave." So I was like, "All right, cool," but she left, and I continued doing what I was doing because I wanted to finish it.
Right.
And so she had to come back, and she's like, "No, put it down. I'm going to need you to come up front." And I was like, oh, and like me thinking like, okay, you said that she was about to leave, which means I still might have time to finish.
Right.
But no, you meant right now. Okay. Then I'm thinking like, shit, I didn't finish what I was doing.
Right.
Like, I want to finish.
Exactly.
I don't think I ever got a chance to finish.
Introverts like to finish what they start.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because once you have your mind focused on one thing, you just want to finish it and complete it.
I'm so not a multitasker. I fake multitask.
Yes, I fake multitask. But I do like to focus on one project at a time and give it my full attention. I do like to do that.
I just want to finish it and get it out the way.
I just want to finish it.
To the next thing.
That's all I want to do. So, I think we learned a lot about introverts and extroverts.
Oh my gosh, so much. I know it because there's been so much stuff coming out about introverts. I feel like I didn't know a lot about extroverts. In my mind, they're still attention explorers, but
I do respect you guys a little bit more now. Yeah. However, don't expect me to be catering to you and do all this other stuff.
Definitely not.
Because for introverts, you don't have to do much. That's the thing. I feel like introverts have to do too much for extroverts. For extroverts, you just have to leave us alone. That's it.
Yeah.
You're taking away action. You don't have to do anything for introverts. For extroverts, I gotta touch you. I gotta tell you you're great. I gotta let you shine. I gotta surprise you. I gotta do all this other stuff.
It's just
golly,
like you got the gold star.
Well, I'm tired. I am tired.
Pooped.
Yikes. So they mentioned how introverts don't really like to be pressed for gossip.
Right.
How do you feel about gossip?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I like a good piece of gossip.
I like to receive it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to share it. But I do love to sip some tea.
Yes.
Yes. Pour it, honey. Pour that tea.
And that's bad. I'm really trying to get away from that. I'm so trying to get away from sipping that tea because I love tea.
Ooh,
literal tea too.
Yeah.
I'm a tea drinker.
Yeah.
But I am, like I said, I'm trying to get away from it. But when you have a good piece of that juicy juice thing, I am all ears.
You're like, ooh, what? Yes. I'll be all ears.
I feel like everyone loves to talk gossip. Is it because I'm a good listener?
I think that's what it is. Because people always come to me with a gossip. Now, if it's malicious gossip, that's where it's different for me. Like, if it's just like stuff where you're just like, oh, that girl, she's a
Oh,
whore.
you did the cup with your C,
The
like
cup.
hand.
I just want to rip your hand off when you do that.
You know, because I think the first thought is, why are you telling me this?
Right. Like, I don't care.
Where did this come from?
I don't care. Right. I don't know. There's different levels of gossip for me that I like. I definitely love celebrity gossip.
I mean, you know what? That's just been fed to us for so long. It's hard to break away from.
I love celebrity gossip. But like if it's something like really nasty, like if you're starting rumors or something like that, if it's not true, I definitely don't want to hear it.
Right.
I definitely want to hear it.
Oh.
And if it's about somebody that I don't know, like I couldn't care less. Don't tell me about some girl that I don't care. Sorry. I don't care. But if it's something about my boss that you know, something juicy about my boss, girl, pour that tea.
What happened?
What happened? Huh? He was where?
What?
Ooh. With who? Child. Well, there's actually a new study about gossip that finds the act of gossiping could stem from more positive intentions to protect those around us from individuals who have a tendency to slack off and could hurt our peers.
So that's like good gossip.
Yeah, that's good gossip. And there's definitely like a lot of people when they think gossip, they just automatically think it's something negative or something nasty. But gossip is a way to pass information along.
That's exactly what it is.
So like even in the workplace, if like you know something, you're privy to something like, okay, well, stocks are really low or like sales are really low, something's going to have to happen to balance out the sales being low. So there's probably going to be terminations or people are going to be laid off or hours are going to get cut. There's no, not to say that you should go around sharing that information, but if you like, hey, you be careful because your numbers didn't come in really well and I heard them talking about such and such and such. Like, it's healthy. Mm-hmm. That's healthy gossip around the workplace.
Or to hear, like, someone say, oh, so-and-so got a new job.
Right. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So that's gossip as well. Mm-hmm. Or, like, if a coworker or a friend of yours is getting married or eloped,
Right.
And, that's gossip as well.
Yeah, people just associate gossip with just the bad stuff.
Yeah, but, like spreading rumors.
Spreading rumors. But the funny thing about gossip and whether it's good or bad is people love to say, like, keep my name out your mouth. Like, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind if it was something good.
Right. If it was something good, like, oh, did you hear that Didi won $1 million? Yes, honey. Tell them. Tell them. Don't tell too many people because I don't want to get no random cousins coming around.
Gossip is gossip.
But that's gossip.
Whether Didi got $1 million or she lost $1 million.
It's gossip. Right.
Gossip.
Exactly. And there was an experiment that was published in the Journal of Applied Psychology. 221 college students completed a questionnaire rating people's main motives for gossiping. They found that exchanging and validating information was the most important reason to instigate gossip. Students also rated its negative influence as the least important reason to gossip, and its social enjoyment and group protection ranked second and third, respectively. As a result, Biersma suggests that malicious gossip may be a relatively infrequent type, but its consequences may be disproportionately large, and that's the issue.
The thing about malicious gossip is that it's just, I feel like, the louder piece of gossip.
Right.
And that's what makes it so
it's
bad.
Juicy and it attracts attention.
When it comes to anything, whether it's the actual news, we just hear more about the bad versus the good because that's what sells. And that's what seems to be, the more, I won't say entertaining, but more entertaining.
And enticing. Yeah, definitely.
Enticing.
Right.
But there are tons of other good things that happen. Like, good thing, we spread more good news.
We definitely do.
Versus bad news.
And that's what they're saying. We definitely spread the news, the good news. However, the attention that bad and malicious gossip receives is much more grand than the attention that's given to good gossip. And so that's what it is. It's not that we're spreading that much bad gossip, but when it does get around, it gets around.
Yes.
And that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So gossiping is healthy. However, don't be telling me stuff about people that I don't know, because I don't care.
No.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about what she used to do when she was younger, how she, used to pick her boogers and eat them. I don't care.
You want to know why? It makes me tired.
Right.
It makes me tired.
It just wears me out. It wears me out. And yeah, so
when people say like, gossip is bad or whatever, not necessarily.
It's not necessarily bad.
Good gossip, bad gossip.
Right. So
everyone's been gossiped about.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't lie. We've gossiped about others, good and bad.
Yes.
Can I tell you guys a story?
Tell me.
Alright, one time when I was at work, when I worked in the call center, there was this, I'm not sure if I told this story before, this woman, we had like groups, and each group had their own supervisor. Team, I mean. This one woman on our team, she talked so much, and she would just tell story after story after story, and it was always like, my niece this, my niece that, and yada yada yada. Like she just loved to talk, but like whenever she would talk, it was like a collective like sigh among everybody, or like rolling of the eyes, because we just knew she had something to say.
Right.
So I remember one day, it was me and this other woman on my team. We were sitting, it was like a Saturday, and for whatever reason, there was tons of people that were sick and absent from the call center. But it was like a Saturday, so there wasn't many people calling in or anything like that. So we were like talking, and like the day before, we had a team, like food day with our team. And that's when we get like an hour and a half off the phones, and we just eat and stuff and talk or whatever.
Okay.
And we were like, oh, what about that story that Kathy was telling? Oh, it's so annoying. And blah, 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 blah. Yo, we were going on and on and on, just like talking to her, like, why did she always have to bring this up? Next thing we know, we look over, homegirl is sitting across the way.
Oh, Lord.
We were like, oh, shit. And we said, well, might as well finish what we were saying.
Exactly.
We kept talking. We kept talking.
Might as well. You might as well.
But after that day, she like didn't really say that much.
There you go.
So it was like it was bad, but it
served a purpose, because now she stops telling those stupid ass stories. I hate those raggedy ass stories.
Raggedy. I definitely felt a little bit bad, but it was like funny because it was like, all right, you got me. I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I shouldn't have done that.
Right. But
you got caught gossiping.
I got caught gossiping. You got caught gossiping
by the person.
Yikes. So,
hey,
man,
it happens to the best of us.
That awkward moment when you're talking about somebody and that person walks up, it's like, oh, like cat got your tongue, you swallowed it, digested it,
and spit that shit back out.
It's like, yikes.
My bad. You good? You good, player?
This happened to me one time where I had a coworker, like it was 3 of us, and one of them was having like marital problems, but she just would not do anything about it. So we were having like a group discussion about what she needs to do, or what was going on with her, and she was just like so delusional. So like I thought I hit up my other friend on the side, like, oh my god, she's about to have like a mental breakdown, and so and so and so and so, and blah blah blah. And so then the person who I meant to I am was like, you're I-ing her right now. You're not saying it to me. And so then she sends me what the girl said. Then she was like, can you tell Didi to make sure she knows who she's IMing?
But she didn't say it to you?
No, she didn't say it to me. And
even though you IM'd her?
Right. So she could be like, hello, this is me here.
Right.
Like, shit. Yeah. So that's what I get for gossiping.
Oh, man.
I was like, she's about to have a psychological breakdown. Like, because she was just in such denial. And I was actually worried about her. Like, but the way that I worded it sounded like, this bitch is crazy. Like, what is she doing? But I was just worried about her mental. I really was, but it was awful. It was mortifying, and that definitely right. I got hot, itchy. When I get nervous, my armpits itch, and I was just like, oh my god, like hitting my armpits, like, oh, this is so. I just want to turn into like a pea and roll away.
This is what we get.
That's what you get.
That's what we get.
That's what you get for gossiping and talking about people. And I learned my lesson that day. I learned my lesson to always close the windows first before I start talking about. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right, and always peek over the partition.
Right. Yo, to the point where, like, whenever I'm about to say something about somebody, I look at my phone to make sure it's not, like,
pocket dial them, whatever. I have an iPhone now. I can't pocket dial, but I make sure that I don't. I'm like, oh, hold on. I need to tell you something about, oh, okay, my phone's blocked. Yeah, so girl. No.
Gossip Girl XOXO. Didi.
Oh, my goodness. Is it time?
I think I'm gonna end every two with XOXO. That gay.
Oh.
Not gay meaning gay.
No,
Sorry.
not, whoa, yeah.
Let me take that back.
Calm down. Retract. Redacted. No, but there's this one person that I see on Twitter who always has like a sign, a signature.
I think that's cute sometimes. It's an XOXO though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No? Alright.
That's too cute. That's too cute.
What about this one XO?
She said no.
Delight yourself in the Lord. That was for David. He's gonna
with
get
the heart.
He's gonna get a kick out of that.
I just opened the
I should settle that right now.
You should.
Hold on, you guys. You wanna
Oh
do
my
something?
god! Oh
yeah.
my god! That is so funny. That is so funny. Oh, delight yourself in the
Delight
Lord.
yourself
How do you
in the
even type that? That means she has to physically type that because no phones do signatures anymore, do they?
Blackberries? I don't know.
Girl, please don't tell me she has a BlackBerry still.
You never know.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord!
You're upset.
I am. I'm visibly upset. I don't know who has a phone that still does signatures. That's awful. Delight yourself in the Lord. Don't forget the hearts.
I'm not going to. I'm gonna be such a jerk. Sorry, you guys have to witness this.
Oh, see, introverts are lots of fun, okay?
To ourselves.
Right. I'm sure an extrovert would be like, what the hell are you doing? You need to go outside and go play. Basically, that's what they would tell us to do.
Right. And I'm really setting it. Make sure everything's capped.
To explain the story a little bit, we have a mutual follower of ours who was saying how the mother of his child, although they do get along, there's one thing that really annoys him about her, and is that she has a signature on her texts in 2013.
And it says, don't write yourself in the Lord.
Heart first, heart end.
Yes. Boom.
Boom! Sense. Hilarious. So, I think it is cocktail time.
Yes, now it's cocktail time because we have spent all our energy talking about extroverts and introverts, and now we need something to wet our whistle, and that's what she said.
Meow. So, what's the drink of the week, Ari?
The drink of the week is the rumor mill.
Ooh.
And in the rumor mill, we have 1 ounce of spiced rum, 3 ounces of grapefruit juice, 2 ounces of ginger beer, and a ½ ounce of grenadine. And you're going to pour the spiced rum over ice cubes in a glass, pour in the grapefruit juice, and stir that, and then add the ginger beer and top that off with the grenadine, and boom, you have the rumor mill.
And this would be great to, quote unquote, be some tea.
Yes.
To sip while you're talking your gossip. Okay?
Just got a text back from David. He said, I'm wrong.
Hilarious. Delight yourself in the Lord.
Delight yourself in the Lord.
Well, is that our show?
I really think that's our show.
That is our show.
We had so much fun today.
Definitely. And I learned a little bit about extroverts.
I did. You know what? I'm actually grateful that I learned
Yes,
a little
I
bit
am.
about introvert. I might, you know what? As much as I'm not going to want to do some of the tips, since I know that they like it, I'm going to do one.
Yeah, 1.
How you doing today?
That's good.
To start.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I feel like when Wynn's just doing this. They're there.
Yeah, right? Pat. You know, like that weird, like, okay.
Do you want a chip?
I'm going to let you shine.
Yeah. You got this.
If anything, that's the one I'm definitely going to do. I'll let you shine because I don't have to do anything there. There's nothing I have to do but let you do what you do.
Tell me another.
Huh.
Just kidding. Just one.
Just one.
Okay.
I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna do the one that requires the least amount of work, which is probably less.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
You can thoughtfully surprise them by doing that. That's a thoughtful surprise.
Girl, I feel like a jigaboo.
Shucking and jiving.
All right.
Okay. Well, guys, this is the end of our show, so we're gonna sign off. And
where can we find you?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter, Lucky Stars, LuckyStarz.
Oh, check you out.
Yes, across the pond. And where can we find you, Ari?
You can find me at Ariel Sheree, ArielCheri to the E.
Hey. What? Hey.
To the E.
Ooh.
I before E, except that. See? I don't think that applies to Sheree.
No, but it's a good rhyme. You could have written for Schoolhouse Rock.
You know what? I could have. That would have been amazing.
Yeah. See?
I hope my song would have been just as famous as I'm Just a Bill or Conjunction. What's your function?
Hey. And
We're
you
too
can.
random.
We are. You can find us on Twitter, the show, Catnaps, the letter N, Cognac. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/catnaps and cognac. You can send us an email at catnaps.andcognac@gmail.com. We forgot to say hi to you guys. Old listeners, thank you for coming back. New listeners, we have 36 other episodes for you to check out, so definitely pop the hood and go listen to them on Catnaps and cognac.podbean.com.
We hope you enjoyed this show.
Yes.
Episode 37, signing off.
Yes, bye.
See you later.
When I pull up in my whip, bitches wanna talk shit. I'm driving, I'm gliding, I'm sliding these motherfuckers' ass. Did you see it? I'm gripping these curves. Skirt, did you hear?